Welcome to Pro Say Mike documentary. This is the federal agent at the time that I was working with. I was led to believe that he was doing an investigation on my behalf. As you can see, the symbol, Department of Justice, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Alejandro, that was the agent's name. And I discovered that he, in fact, worked with one of the defendants in the case, who was the chief of police in the city of Naples, Florida. But before becoming the chief of police in Naples, Florida, he was working in Miami-Dade. Just a moment. Here's some emails from said FBI agent at the time. But I'm going to open them, and for the sake of privacy and to keep other people safe, let me just click off and click back on to protect their identity. So here's an email from him, and you see the date, and it states, "Hello, Mr. Anderson, and all entities involved in this response. I have great utter disdain that you tarnish." Let me see. That's not the email that I want to show. This is where he was caught lying. But bear with me. Okay, so back at it. "Dear Mr. Anderson and all entities involved in this response, I take great and utter disdain that you tarnish my professional career. I am and always was a Miami-Dade police officer and a Miami-Dade police officer, detective, detached to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, Public Corruption Task Force, with full top clearance, secret clearance. I never have nor introduced myself as an FBI agent, but a FBI Federal Task Force officer. Additionally, I always met with you in person with an FBI agent. I left the foregoing mentioned FBI task force as I was promoted to sergeant. Prior to my promotion, I properly made copies of the vast documents, all versions of media you provided. I then officially cleared them and forwarded via FBI channels the documentations to the corresponding regional FBI office for further investigation. Mr. Anderson, please cease to desist further slander and erroneous comments to my investigative aptitude and professional. Thank you. Profession, thank you." So I would like to just move right along. And as you can see, that he forwarded all documents, media that was provided to him. And when I contacted the FBI division, that he said that I was going to the one in Miramar, Florida. But when I contacted Tampa, where they said that it was transferred to, they have never heard of my name, nor any information pertaining my unlawful situation that I was subjected to, the oppression I was subjected to. Now, Before filing the lawsuit, I was just like a regular guy, normal guy, enjoy having fun, enjoy hanging out with my friends, just like anyone else, just enjoying life. I really enjoyed water sports. I really enjoyed it. That was my favorite pastime, enjoying water sports. Now, here's the other side of me. Way back in the day, I had my own television program, Religion, Greed, and Politics. It aired on Wednesday at 10 p.m. and Saturday morning at 10 a.m. It was broadcast on Comcast. The web address was www.rgpshow.com. Now, as I mentioned about the City of Naples software company that they use, Untitled Granicus, they removed my entire history as though I was never born. So the things that I brought to the court, and as the FBI agent showed, all the evidence that I gave him, they deleted. They destroyed off the federal government's website. They took it outside the court and destroyed it, and then online they destroyed the person, me. Now, what I would like to show you is, here is where I would go and I would present evidence to the public to show what the city attorneys was doing to me. I was totally ignored. In the daytime, they would ignore me. At night, I was in grave danger. And just bear with me, please. I was showing up for myself. I had a whole lot of, I was just a normal person, a normal human being. That's what I was. And this is taking a lot for me to show this. It takes it back. I try and forget, traumatize. However, bear with me. By the time it was all over, that was my home. That's my blanket in the back. I'm trying to be a person that refused to be a victim, but this is what they had reduced me to. And I was running for my safety. I was in grave danger because of the documents I'm presenting on Pro Se Mike documentary. They wanted those documents and they needed to shut me up. And so I was in great danger. They missed quite a few times, and I felt like a cat with 9 lives, but didn't know when the last one would be the one. Bear with me. Last year, before I took ill, I had physically bounced back, but not totally psychologically traumatized from what I had been through. The photograph I showed you before in the van, the city attorney, during the course of the lawsuit, foreclosed unlawfully on the home I was living in. And the whole city council remained silent. And I showed them proof from the record who was foreclosing on the house, the law firm, during litigation. And during litigation, the federal rules are you cannot retaliate. But the court was on their side. The city of Naples was financing it. And so you say, well, how did the city attorney foreclose on the home? Well, they had a contract with Wells Fargo, and each, I guess, state, district have attorneys that have some kind of contract where they get some kind of commission when they work with Wells Fargo. But in this particular case, the attorney utilized that status to foreclose on the home that I was living in. So my life was in great danger. The courts asked me, John Lay asked me, he was the head clerk at the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals when they wasn't posting the docket and documents on Pacer. I called the court, they passed me to him, and he asked me, what do I want in his court? What do I want in his court? Was his question to me. It's not his court, it's the people's court. But let me just move right along. I won't be long. So I just would like to refresh the fact that, hello, Mr. Anderson, and all entities involved. In this response, I take great and utter disdain that you tarnish my professional career. And what happened here is I was doing there what I'm doing here, but without this tool, was exposing the fact that he left me out there to be injured. Everything that I gave him, he gave to them. And what they did, they know what to destroy. It's called, when you take something to court, it's called a discovery. So they knew exactly what I had. And so it made it so dangerous for me because the judges were involved. The clerk of court was involved. There are very high profile people involved, and they needed to keep me quiet. So let's move on. A Miami-Dade police officer, detective, detached to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Now he wanted to separate himself from the FBI. Public Corruption Task Force with all top secret clearance. I've never been nor introduced myself as an FBI agent, but yes, he did to me. But a FBI Federal Task Force officer, TFO. Additionally, I always met with you in person with an FBI agent. So what's the difference? FBI agent was there. But the FBI told me that they had no jurisdiction over public corruption, over wire fraud, and over racketeering. I just want to be transparent, and I want to put the facts where the facts belong. I left the aforementioned FBI task force as I was promoted to sergeant. Prior to my promotion, I properly made copies of the vast documents. All versions of media you provided. I then officially cleared them and forwarded via FBI channels the documentation to the corresponding regional FBI office for further investigation. Once I contacted the FBI office that he alleged it, they had no idea who I was, what I was talking about, or what information he allegedly provided. I asked for forgiveness for providing one photograph at my worst, but I'm trying to heal. I'm trying to heal for all that I've been through, for all the oppression that they put me through, for all the extremely dangerous nights that I had to endure. To know that my mother had a black dress ready, because she knew fully well what they were capable of, but I also knew fully well that I am a man. I knew fully well that I was a man, and if it took losing it all, even what they didn't have the right to take, I was going to stand. This is Pro Say Mike Documentary. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a blessed day.